Have you ever wondered if it's possible to build strong, healthy legs without ever having to get out of bed? It might sound too good to be true, but the truth is, after 60, it's more important than ever to keep our legs strong and mobile. And you don't need to be standing up or going to the gym to make it happen. Whether you're recovering from surgery, managing a chronic condition, or just finding it harder to move around as you used to, there's a simple and effective way to improve your leg strength right from the comfort of your bed. When we think about maintaining leg strength, we often imagine standing exercises, squats, or long walks. But what if I told you that there are easy, low-impact exercises you can do while lying down that will help you feel more stable, more mobile, and more confident in your everyday movements? It doesn't matter if you have limited mobility or just want to prevent further weakness. Building strength in your legs is entirely possible without ever leaving your bed. In today's video, we'll walk you through several simple exercises you can do from your bed to help strengthen your legs, improve circulation, and increase flexibility. Whether you're looking to recover from an injury, prevent falls, or simply keep your legs strong for everyday activities, these exercises will work wonders in helping you regain and maintain leg strength. By the end of this video, you'll have a set of easy and effective exercises that can become part of your daily routine, without the need for special equipment or complicated moves. You deserve to feel confident, independent, and strong, no matter your age or physical ability. So let's get started. I know you are a person who likes to watch videos quietly. If you have not liked and subscribed to the channel, now is a good time to do it because you are a kind person. If the video is helpful, press 1. If the video is not good enough or needs improvement, press 2. Thanks everyone. Now let's get started. Number 1, why bed exercises matter more than you think. When Mr. Johnson, an 82-year-old retired school principal, first came home from the hospital after a long recovery, he could barely stand for more than a minute without feeling dizzy. Even the thought of walking across the living room seemed overwhelming. His daughter, worried about his declining strength, encouraged him to start with something simple: small leg lifts while lying in bed. At first, he was skeptical. How could lifting his leg a few inches actually make a difference? But within just a few weeks, Mr. Johnson noticed he could sit up more easily, swing his legs over the side of the bed without assistance, and even take a few steady steps with his walker. Those tiny movements, done consistently, had sparked real change, not just in his muscles, but in his spirit. Scientifically, there's a powerful reason why even small bed exercises can have such a big impact, especially for seniors. As we age, we naturally lose muscle mass in a process called sarcopenia, which starts as early as our 30s and accelerates after 60. Without regular movement, muscles weaken further, leading to frailty, higher fall risk, and a loss of independence. However, muscle responds to even the gentlest use. Simple contractions, like lifting your leg, bending your knee, or squeezing your thighs, activate muscle fibers, stimulate blood circulation, and strengthen the critical mind-body connection that controls balance and coordination. In bed, your body is supported and stable, allowing you to focus purely on movement without worrying about falls or injury. That's why bed exercises aren't just better than nothing. They are a smart, strategic way to preserve your strength and independence right where you are. Practically speaking, setting aside just 10 to 15 minutes each morning or evening for bed exercises can lay the foundation for major improvements over time. Start small and don't worry about how perfect your movements are. The goal isn't to exhaust yourself, but to gently wake up your muscles and remind them how to work. Think of it like watering a plant. A little attention every day keeps it alive and growing. Similarly, nurturing your body with these simple movements keeps your muscles alive, responsive, and ready for more when you need them. You don't need fancy gym equipment or professional supervision to start. All you need is a little patience, a comfortable space, and the belief that even from bed, you are doing something powerful for your future self. So today, I want to ask you, have you ever thought about how much progress you could make if you focused on small daily movements instead of worrying about what you can't do yet? What might happen if you gave your body the gift of just a few minutes of mindful exercise every day, starting right where you are? Now that we understand why bed exercises are so important, Let's dive into the first simple but powerful movement you can try today. And trust me, it's easier than you think. Let's move into number 2, where I'll show you how a basic leg lift can start transforming your strength right from your bed. Number 2, leg lifts, the foundation of bed strengthening. When Ms. Eleanor, a lively 79-year-old grandmother of 5, was recovering from a hip replacement, she often felt discouraged lying in bed, wondering if she would ever regain her strength. Her physical therapist introduced her to a simple but powerful move: leg lifts done right from her bed. At first, Eleanor could barely lift her leg a few inches off the mattress. It seemed almost too easy. How could something so small make a real difference? But she trusted the process. She started with just 5 lifts per leg each morning, moving slowly and steadily. After a few weeks, not only could she lift higher and hold longer, but she also found herself getting in and out of bed with much greater ease. By the 3rd month, she could walk across her living room without holding onto furniture for support. That one tiny daily movement had snowballed into a major comeback for her independence. Scientifically speaking, the beauty of the leg lift lies in its simplicity. When you lift your leg while lying flat, you engage several important muscle groups all at once. Your quadriceps at the front of the thigh, your hip flexors near your pelvis, and even your abdominal muscles that help stabilize your trunk. These muscles are crucial for everyday activities like walking, standing up from a chair, and climbing stairs. Leg lifts help maintain their strength without putting unnecessary pressure on your joints. Because you're lying down, your spine and hips are supported, reducing the risk of strain or injury. Plus, lifting your leg requires the brain to send a clear, focused signal to your muscles, strengthening not just your body, but also the neuromuscular connection that tends to weaken with age, if not actively maintained. If you're ready to try, here's how. Lie on your back with your legs extended straight. Slowly lift one leg a few inches off the bed. It doesn't have to be high. And hold it for about 3 to 5 seconds before gently lowering it back down. Then switch to the other leg. Aim for 3 sets of 5 lifts per leg to start. As you feel stronger, you can work your way up to 10 lifts per set, and even add a slight hold at the top to challenge your muscles further. Remember to move slowly, breathe steadily, and focus on using your muscles rather than relying on momentum. If your leg feels shaky at first, that's perfectly normal. It means your muscles are waking up and starting to work again. Practical tips. If lifting a straight leg feels too difficult at first, you can modify by bending your knee slightly. You can also support your lower back with a small pillow if needed for extra comfort. The most important thing is consistency. A few lifts each day are far more powerful than a big burst of effort once in a while. Think of it like brushing your teeth, a small, simple habit that keeps your foundation strong over time. So let me ask you, if you could strengthen the very muscles that help you stay independent, all while lying comfortably in bed, wouldn't it be worth a few minutes each day? Can you picture yourself feeling stronger and steadier with every lift? Now that we've mastered the leg lift, it's time to add another movement that keeps your joints flexible and your muscles active in a natural, easy way. Let's move into number 3, where we'll learn about gentle knee bends, another simple but mighty exercise you can do without leaving your bed. Number 3, gentle knee bends for joint flexibility. When Mr. Sam, a cheerful 85-year-old veteran, found himself struggling to get out of his favorite recliner, he knew he needed to do something. His knees felt stiff, almost locked at times, and every small movement seemed to require extra effort. Walking across the kitchen or stepping into the shower became daily challenges. His doctor suggested starting with a surprisingly simple exercise: gentle knee bends while lying in bed. Skeptical but determined, Sam gave it a try. Every morning, before even putting on his slippers, he would slowly bend and straighten his knees while lying flat. Within a few weeks, he noticed his knees felt less stiff in the mornings, and standing up became smoother and less painful. It wasn't an overnight miracle, but it was steady, undeniable progress, all beginning with a few minutes of mindful movement. Scientifically, gentle knee bends are powerful because they work on 2 critical aspects of joint health: mobility and synovial fluid stimulation. Synovial fluid is like natural oil for your joints, helping them glide smoothly during movement. As we age, especially if we move less, this fluid can decrease in both quantity and quality, leading to stiffness and discomfort. When you bend and straighten your knee, even gently, you help spread synovial fluid evenly across the joint surfaces, nourishing the cartilage and maintaining flexibility. Additionally, knee bends activate key muscles such as the hamstrings, quadriceps, and calf muscles, all essential for walking, standing, and balance. This simple motion keeps your legs conversation ready, meaning your joints and muscles stay in communication with each other, making everyday tasks easier and safer. If you're ready to try, here's how. Lie flat on your back with your legs straight. Slowly bend one knee, sliding your foot along the bed, bringing your heel toward your buttocks as far as feels comfortable. Pause briefly, then slowly straighten the leg back out. Switch to the other leg and repeat. Start with 8 to 10 bends on each side and focus on smooth, slow movements. No rushing, no jerking. It's not about how far you bend, it's about staying comfortable and feeling your body's natural rhythm. If needed, you can even place your hands lightly on your thigh to offer a little support and guide the movement gently. Some practical advice. If you feel a little popping or slight crackling when you move, that's normal as long as there's no sharp pain. Your joints may just be waking up after a period of rest. Over time, these noises often lessen as flexibility improves. And remember, if you feel any discomfort, it's perfectly fine to limit your range of motion. Even a small bend is better than none at all. Consistency is your best friend here. A few knee bends every day can protect your knees from the stiffness and weakness that often creep up silently over time. Now take a moment to think, how different could your mornings feel if your knees moved more freely and without pain? How much easier would it be to step out of bed or take a walk around the block if you invested just a few minutes into this simple movement each day? With the knee bends under your belt, you're already building a strong, flexible foundation. But what about those muscles that help you stay stable when standing or walking? Let's move into number 4, where we'll explore a powerful inner thigh exercise that can quietly but dramatically boost your balance and stability. Number 4, inner thigh squeeze. Strengthens stabilizing muscles. Ms. Linda, a vibrant 77-year-old who loved gardening and baking for her grandchildren, noticed one day that she felt wobbly even when standing still. She hadn't fallen yet, but deep down, she knew she wasn't as steady on her feet as she used to be. During a routine checkup, her physical therapist introduced her to a simple, low-effort exercise, the inner thigh squeeze. It sounded almost too easy. Place a pillow between her knees and squeeze. But determined to regain her confidence, Linda added this to her morning routine. Within just a few weeks, she found that getting out of chairs was easier, her steps were more secure, and her body felt more centered. She even went back to tending her beloved rose garden, this time without worrying about losing her balance on the soft soil. Scientifically, strengthening the inner thigh muscles, also known as the adductors, plays a crucial role in stability and balance. These muscles act like the brakes and stabilizers for your legs. They help keep your legs aligned properly and prevent unwanted swaying or collapsing when you're standing, walking, or even shifting your weight. Weak inner thigh muscles are often a hidden reason why seniors experience instability, frequent stumbles, or an increasing fear of falling. By strengthening them gently and consistently, you can reinforce your body's natural ability to stay upright and balanced, improving not only physical safety, but also mental confidence when moving around. Here's how you can start. While lying on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the bed, place a small, soft pillow, rolled towel, or even a folded blanket between your knees. Gently squeeze your knees together, pressing into the pillow. Hold for about 5 seconds, and then release. Aim to complete 10 squeezes to start, gradually building up to 3 sets if you feel comfortable. Focus on making the squeeze steady and controlled. No need to squeeze with maximum force. It's more about precision and consistency than strength. Make sure you breathe naturally during each squeeze, and if you find yourself tensing your neck or shoulders, consciously relax them. Practical tip: find a pillow or item that has a bit of give to it. Too firm, and it might strain your knees. Too soft, and it won't give you enough resistance. You should feel the effort mainly on the inside of your thighs. And remember, if your muscles tremble slightly when squeezing, that's a positive sign. It means the muscles are being activated and challenged, even in a gentle way. Over time, these squeezes can help rebuild the stabilizing strength that guards against falls. A quiet but powerful defense for your independence. So let me ask you, how much peace of mind would you gain if you felt more stable and confident every time you stood up or walked across a room? Isn't that worth a few minutes of simple effort each day? Now that you're strengthening your inner foundation, let's continue to build outward. Next, we'll move into number 5, where you'll learn about a side-lying movement that targets your hips, a hidden key to balance, posture, and freedom of movement. Number 5, side-lying leg raises, strengthen hips and improve balance. Ms. Grace, an 81-year-old retired librarian, always prided herself on being independent. But after a minor fall in her kitchen, she became afraid of losing her mobility. Her doctor reassured her that she could rebuild her strength and stability through targeted exercises. And one of the first movements he recommended was the side-lying leg raise. Grace was skeptical at first. Lying on her side and lifting a leg didn't sound like much. But determined to stay independent, she started doing them daily. Over a few months, she noticed that her steps felt more deliberate, her posture improved, and she moved with a new sense of security. The real moment of joy came when she realized she no longer needed her walker just to get from her living room to the mailbox. Small movements, practiced with care, had quietly rewritten her future. From a scientific standpoint, side-lying leg raises are incredibly valuable because they target the gluteus medius, a deep muscle in the side of your hip that is critical for maintaining balance, walking safely, and standing upright. Weakness in this muscle is a major, often hidden cause of falls among older adults. When your hips aren't strong, your body struggles to stabilize itself during simple activities like shifting weight or stepping sideways. By strengthening the gluteus medius, you build a protective foundation that makes everyday movement smoother, more confident, and less risky. Plus, because you're lying down while doing these exercises, you minimize stress on your knees and lower back, making it safer and more comfortable for seniors of all fitness levels. Here's how you can get started. Lie on one side, keeping your body in a straight line from shoulders to hips to ankles. Rest your head on a pillow for support. Gently lift your top leg a few inches upward. No need to lift too high, then lower it back down with control. Try to avoid letting your leg drop quickly. Start with 8 to 10 lifts per side, moving slowly and steadily, focusing on using the muscles of your outer hip. As you get stronger, you can work up to 2 or 3 sets per side. If balancing feels tricky at first, you can bend your bottom leg slightly for more stability, but keep your top leg as straight as you can, maximize muscle engagement. Some practical advice: don't rush. The magic is in the slow, controlled movement. Think of lifting your leg like moving through thick honey, steady, deliberate, and focused. If you feel a slight burning sensation on the side of your hip, that's a good sign that the right muscles are working. Also, pay attention to your breathing. Exhale as you lift and inhale as you lower. Connecting your breath with your movement can enhance your results and make the exercise feel even more grounding and calming. Now pause for a moment and imagine, what would it feel like to move through your home, walk down the street, or even step into your garden without fear of losing your balance? How empowering would it be to know that every small lift you do today builds the strength you'll rely on tomorrow? As we've seen today, building strength and regaining confidence doesn't always require standing, walking, or going to the gym. Sometimes the journey toward a stronger, healthier body begins right where you are, even from the comfort of your own bed. By practicing simple movements like leg lifts, gentle knee bends, inner thigh squeezes, and side-lying leg raises, you're not just exercising your muscles, you're nurturing your independence, your vitality, and your future. Every small effort you make is like planting a seed, one that will grow into better balance, easier movement, and a deeper sense of trust in your own body. It's easy to underestimate the power of these small actions. After all, when you think of exercise, you might picture running, jumping, or lifting heavy weights. But real, lasting strength, especially as we age, is built through consistency, patience, and the willingness to start where you are. Every time you lift your leg, bend your knee, or squeeze your thighs, you're sending a message to your body. I am still here. I am still moving. I am still strong. And that message matters more than you may realize. No matter your starting point, the important thing is that you're moving forward. Every small session, every gentle movement adds up over time. Progress might feel slow at first, but with each passing day, you'll find that standing up becomes easier, walking feels steadier, and your confidence grows stronger. You're not just exercising your body, you're building a foundation for a richer, fuller, and more independent life. So as you finish this video and consider your next steps, I encourage you to keep these exercises in your daily routine. Even just a few minutes each morning or evening can make a world of difference. Your future self will thank you for the time and care you invest today. Remember, you are stronger than you think, and every small movement you make is a step toward a healthier, more vibrant you. Until next time, keep moving, keep believing, and keep building the life you deserve.